Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Facebook Live. This is called The Hard Way or The Heart Way, and I'm so glad you're here. So, as you join in, just give me a hi, let me know. Hi, guys. Let me know where I was going to say calling in from. You're not really calling in, are you? But glad you're here. Hi, Nancy, Laura, Carol. Hi, Sue. Leslie, Karen, Doe, LaDonna. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. Yay. We're going to have, hi, Ari, Teresa, Becky. Oh, Becky. Hi, Becky. So I have some really cool stuff planned for you tonight. And I want to just wait a couple of minutes so more people can join in. Are you guys excited? Like, this is so fun. Oh, Lee's here from Kentucky. Cool. Where else is everybody from? Lee might get the prize. Where else is everybody from? Westport, Sandy says. Westport, Rhode Island. Hi, Krista. Hi, Joanne. Tammy's from Wareham. Cool. Hey, Jill. Jill, where are you? Where are you listening in from? You're pretty far, too. Hi, Andy. Hi, Janet and Shirley. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like I'm Miss Jean. Remember Miss Jean from Romper Room? And she'd be like, oh, and I see Susie, and I see Leslie, and you would sit there and smile at the TV. Miss Jean never said my name, so we would just sit there and smile at the TV for nothing. Let's see. Oh, Bonnie's from Northport, Florida. Woo woo. Yay. Falmouth, Teresa says, hi, everyone. Oh, Jill's Baltimore, Joanne's Weymouth, Kentucky. Awesome. So I want to, before I do anything, I always surrender what I do, whether it's a private session, a group experience, anything that I teach, I always surrender it to God, angel, and spirits. And I ask that I be a vehicle of hope, love, truth, and healing. So before we went live tonight, welcome everybody. I asked God and Spirit for a message for you, and I want to share with you what I got. You ready? So I want you to take a breath, and I want you to just come into your heart. We're going to keep practicing coming back home to your heart. So here was the message that I got for everyone who's listening tonight. When I asked God and Spirit a message for all those who are watching tonight, here's what the response was. The inner journey is one that will determine your outer journey, your outer experience. You are loved beyond words. Many of you struggle with that idea of that. You do not love certain parts of yourself, parts of your body, or parts of your past. And it's difficult for you to fathom the kind of love that is here for you. This love is the greatest healer, yet some of you have walls around your heart that won't allow this healing love in. And then I heard two song titles, Lean on Me and Let It Be. So take a breath with that. I hope that touched you in some way. And when I get those messages about love, it's not human love that they're talking about. This is divine love. And that divine love is in and around and through all of us. In one of my client sessions today, I was working with this woman and her godson was coming through, and he said, every breath that you take, you breathe my energy in, which I thought was so beautiful. So for those of you who missed the Facebook Live that I did on Tuesday night, I just want to do on Sunday, real quick recap. We talked about the 6 big life stealers, the 6 big joy stealers, which show up as guilt and shame and can also show up there. We talked about deep sadness, resentment, regret, self-doubt, and fear of unknown. And that stuff, those emotions are typically from parts of our lives that we haven't fully processed and that can stay inside of us as unresolved grief. And that unresolved grief turns into spiritual grief, which is the disconnect from your heart, the disconnect from your loved ones in spirit, and the disconnect from the God within. We also talked about how all of those emotions hold a story and how you can tell if it's true or not. Remember the heart open and heart clenched? And I also showed you how to tune into a different voice in your heart. If you haven't seen last Sunday's video, I put it on YouTube and it's also on my Facebook wall. So go watch that. So let me tell you what we're going to do tonight. So excited. Tonight is called The Hard Way or The Heart Way. There are about 7.5 billion people on this planet, right, on the earth. And I just read something the other day that said 7 billion people are walking around with unresolved grief inside of them as hidden sabotage. Like nearly every human being, you guys, every human being. So you're not alone. So here's the thing. We're going to talk about tonight the idea that there is a divine flow, right? There's a divine flow to life. And our job is to somehow come into harmony with it. And we can't come into harmony with it if we've got all of this stuff that we're walking around with. So I want to share with you a story. And the story goes that there were 3 wise men. And I like to say there were 3 wise people because they may have been men, maybe not have been men. But let's say 3 wise people. And they were talking about where to place the secret of happiness. And one of them said, I know, let's place it at the top of the tallest mountain because people won't ever think to go to the topest mountain to find the secret of happiness. And one of the wise people said, no. You know what? Humans are too smart. They will find a way to traverse that mountain and find a way all the way to the top of the mountain, and they will find the secret of happiness. The next one said, I have an idea. Let's place the secret of happiness all the way deep down in the deepest of all the seas. They'll never find it there. And one of the other wise people said, no, you know what? Humans are smarter than we think. They will find a way. They'll build a boat, they'll build a submarine, and they will find a way all the way to the bottom of that ocean, and they will find the secret of happiness. And the third one said, I have an idea. Let's hide the secret of happiness deep inside of their heart, because that will be the last place that they think to look. And so I know for most people, because I've seen this with my clients in the last 25 years, when you first start looking in your heart, you go, ew, there's all this crap in my heart. There's all this crap around my heart. I don't want to look inside of me. And what I want you to know, and we talked about this on Sunday night, deep inside of you is the energy of the God within. It's the energy of your wise mind. It's the energy of home. Remember we talked about before that in the game of tag, remember when you're a kid, the game of tag, someone's chasing you, and there was always in the game of tag, there was always something that you could touch, and when you touched it, you were safe and you were home. That was home base. And that home base is inside of you. So what if you knew that the secret of happiness was deep inside of your heart? And what if you also knew that the reason why you don't trust your heart is because there's a wall of energy around your heart? And let me ask you guys this. Why do you think, and I want you to, this is highly interactive tonight. Why do you think you might put a wall of energy around your heart? Put it in the comments. Why do you think you would put a wall of energy, consciously or unconsciously? Why would you think, hey Karen, why would you think you would put that wall around your heart? Put it right in the comments. Sue says there's guilt there. Yes, Dana. Yes, you guys are amazing. So Dana, hold on a second. Dana, hi Dana, how's your mom, honey? Dana says protection, yep. Debbie says to stay safe. Cynthia says to protect it. Sandy says, my wall has boot prints on it. Maureen says protection against hurt. Protect myself so you won't be hurt, Renee says. Janet, protection, keep it safe. Protection, yes, you guys are brilliant. So here's the thing. When we have that wall around our heart, guess what you're walling inside of that? Guess what's on the inside of that wall? What do you think? Yep, Andy says to protect it from more hurt, protection, force field to protect myself, not sure what I want to see could be there, protection, stay safe. So what do you think is on the inside of that wall? I know you have a wall there, right? We all have. I had for many years. And we feel like we're protecting ourselves from the outside world, but what's on the inside of that wall? Might be. It might be joy. Might be beauty. Might be. That's what's deep down inside of you. Yep. Deep down inside of you is truth and love. But you know what you're walling in? Yeah. Dana, you are brilliant, honey. The wall. Dana says the wall we love. The wall. We wall the love we're able to give, as well as block it out, which is what we don't want. Yep. So I love what you guys are saying, and that's true. All that love and joy and peace and all of that is deep down inside of you that the wall around the heart will not let out, right? So what you're really walling in, what you also won't let out is the guilt and the shame and the sadness and the resentment, the regret, the self-doubt, the fear of the unknown. That's the stuff that's behind this wall that we can't let out, right? And deep down inside is, yes, it is all of what you guys are saying. So here's the thing. Your heart is so powerful. Do you know your heart is more powerful than your brain? The energy that is emitted from your heart is even more powerful than the energy that's emitted from your brain. Your heart cannot emanate that frequency of love through the wall. Do you know what that means? If your heart can't emanate that frequency through the wall, it means that you're not going to be able to see back in your life all the beauty and love that you really want to see. But there's hope. There's hope. I want you to understand the reason why there's protection is because somewhere there has been hurt. Cynthia says, so we have to risk hurt to feel happiness. Yeah. And here's the cool thing. The message that I got just now, when it says the inner journey is one that will determine your outer experience, this is exactly what God was talking about. This inner journey of dealing with the wall around your heart, as you look at all the stuff that's within you and you bring healing to it. And this is why we're doing these videos. As you deal with that, your heart's going to emanate this frequency out, and you're going to see it come back to you in beautiful, beautiful ways. Yeah. So I want you to ask yourself this question. What if you knew that in every experience that you've gone through, every experience, every challenge that you've gone through, what if you knew that there was a gift in it? And I know when I'm in the pain of my challenge, it's very difficult for me to see a gift. Sometimes it takes time and perspective. But are you ready for the one question that will be the game changer? Before I take you through that question, I want to tell you a story, and I'm not sure if Sally's on here. 25 years ago, most of you have heard my story, but 25 years ago, my second daughter, Talia, died at a month old. She died from a 1 in a million metabolic thing. And at her memorial service, everyone, because this is what people do when you go through grief and you go through a wake or a service or something, everybody comes up to you, and what do they say? I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. Everybody's focusing on the loss, right? Thumbs up or type in, yes, I agree. And when everybody was coming through the memorial service for Talia, as they were saying, I'm so sorry for your loss, first of all, I felt like I had to cheer everyone else up because I knew that this would happen for a reason. However, you start to focus on the loss because that's what everyone is offering you. And so I got back and we went to my mom's house after the memorial service. And pretty much the only spiritual friend that I had, Sally Carlson, called me. And here's what she said to me, and this was a game changer. She said to me, Sandy, I am in awe of the growth that you are going to experience through this loss. When I heard that, all of a sudden, there was a switch that flipped inside of me. And all of a sudden, my focus went from, I have this loss. This is so sad. I have this loss. I have this loss. I have this loss. It went from that to, oh my God, I can grow through this? It hadn't occurred to me that there was growth there. Thumbs up if you understand, like thumbs up, right? Because, and I talked to Sally this morning and I said, you have no idea the impact you made on my life 25 years ago. So I actually did an interview with Sally. She's a powerful human being. She's been dealing with Parkinson's for the last number of years, but she has the most incredible attitude. So we did an interview and I cannot wait to put it out for you guys. She said it strengthened her faith. And that's what this loss did for me. It broke me open. And that's when I found the connection to spirit and to God and to my soul. And this is what's possible for you. So the question that I want you to ask yourself is this: how can I grow even through this? Whatever your this is, how can I grow through this? There's a gift in everything. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about this in a second. But when you look for the gift, do you know what that does to your heart? Remember last Sunday we were talking about heart clenching, closed, and heart opening, right? Heart closing, heart opening. When you focus on your loss, what do you think that's going to do to your heart? Is it going to open it or close it? In the comments, let me know what you think. When you're focusing on that loss, because again, I want you to remember, this is going to be the determinant factor on how amazing your life is. Is my heart open or closed? Open or closed? Open or closed? When you think about the loss and what you have lost, yes, it's going to shut your heart down. It's going to close your heart. And I'm not saying you shouldn't grieve. Absolutely, you need to grieve. But when we focus so much on what we have lost, we're missing the potentiality of the massive growth. Yeah, Tasha says the death of my son was the most devastating life tragedy that's ever happened. But I'm trying. Tasha, I get it, honey. I totally get it. The loss of a child is absolutely devastating. And I don't know how recent your loss was, Tasha, but I want you to just sit with, just maybe even offer a willingness. Am I willing? Am I willing to possibly see that I could grow through this? Because I truly believe that we have agreements with every soul that's in our life. And even those that have passed, we've had agreements with them that they would go first. And then they're there to help us to grow and learn from even every death experience. So yeah, Kate, you understand that. I know Michelle understands that. Okay. Bonnie says, I can't open it. Too many losses close together. Yeah, I do. I've been through loss, you guys, and I totally get how hard it is. But there's a piece that I really want you to understand, that you're not going through this alone. None of you are. Remember the last part of the message that I got, it said, lean on me and let it be. That was directly from God and Spirit. Lean on me and let it be. Now, a couple people said in the last video, Sandy, I don't want to lean on God. I don't want to rely on God because I've been hurt too many times. And a lot of the work that I do with my private clients, we sometimes look at the relationship that they have with God. Because in one of my conversations with God, when I was writing What Was God Thinking, one of the messages was, God gets blamed for a lot. I hear it often. God took my son. God took my partner. No, it's not true. That's not God's job. The energy of God is healing, is love. So when we are able to look for how just possible, maybe it's possible that I could grow through this. Find the willingness. It will open your heart. And I want to share a story about the open heart. So a few years ago, I was really getting into a meditation practice. And my friend Dina Proctor said to me, Sandy, the key really is having an open heart in meditation. Just meditate on opening your heart. And she said, and all your dreams, all your hopes, all your wishes will come through your open heart. And I'm like, okay, sounds kind of simple. So I was trying it. In meditation, I was imagining my heart opening like a flower, and I could feel the heart softening and opening. And I will never forget, in that one of my meditations, after like the third or fourth or fifth day, I didn't really feel like I was doing a lot. And in my meditations often is when I talk to God, and I said, God, so I'm practicing this open heart, but I don't feel like I'm doing anything. Is this really enough? Is it really enough to have an open heart? This is what I heard so clearly. Sandy, it's not enough. It's everything. And I was like, alrighty then. And that's why it's so important that this teaching that I'm really teaching about how to keep an open heart and how to come home to the energy of home, because when you're tuned in there, that's when you're going to get guidance. That's when you're going to find the healing. It's when you're here, not when you're coming from your head. Tasha says, I know my son is around and he believes in me and my strength, but the loss of him at moments will sneak up and I just cry. I talk to him and wonder if I'm crazy. I even say this to him, oh my God, honey, Tasha, you are so not alone. I can't tell you how many clients have said to me, Sandy, am I crazy when I talk to spirit? No. Let me share another story. And yes, he knows that you talk to him. They can hear us when you talk to them. Please know that. So I want to share this other story. One of my clients, his name was John. This was probably 10, 12 years ago. It was when I had my office in East Bridgewater. John came in and he'd come to see me before when his mom was in spirit. And his dad had passed. And his dad had been in a coma. And he came in and he said, Sandy, I'm really bothered by this. He said, because he was in a coma right before he passed. And I want to know, was God talking to him when he was in his coma? And could my dad hear us when he was in his coma? And as I connected with his dad's energy, it was beautiful. He said, I heard you all talking to me when I was in my coma. And get this, you ready for this? He said, not only was God talking to me when I was in my coma, God was talking to me from the moment I was born and never stopped. And then he said, I just didn't know how to listen. Take a moment with that. I just didn't know how to listen. And here's what I want you all to know. That energy, that power, that presence, I happen to call it God. You can call it source. You can call it whatever you want to call it. That power, that presence, spirit also is communicating with us all the time. And I know part of my calling is to give that a voice for people, but also to teach people how to tune in. And that's what we're going to be talking about. And that's what I'm going to be talking to you guys more in the next couple of videos. So the open heart is everything. Every experience has a gift. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a breath. I want you to come home to your heart right now. And sometimes I have people really just place a hand on their heart. Come home. Think about if there's a storm raging out there, right? You don't want to stay outside in the storm. You want to come back in where it's cozy, right? It's cozy and warm. And so this is where I'm inviting you to, a place right here in your heart. It's safe there. There's a space in your heart where I don't know why this makes me want to cry, where you don't owe anybody anything and nobody owes you anything. There's a space in your heart where you're safe. It's there. It's there. It's beyond any of the emotions that have gotten stuck in your mind or they're stuck around that wall. It's there. It's within you. So I want you to come home to it. And what I want you to know is, even though your head might not know what gift has been waiting for you, it's in your heart. It's in your heart. So what I want you to do is this. I want you to take one of the experiences that you've gone through in your life, something that might have been challenging. Okay, do y'all have it? Find one thing that you're feeling challenged by, okay? Maybe in the past. Maybe work with something that's in the past. And as you have your hand on your heart and as you're coming home to yourself, I want you to ask yourself, ask your heart, not your mind. Because again, your mind is going to be telling, remember we talked about this on Sunday night, your mind is going to be telling you all the stories that typically aren't true, right? But those stories are the ones that are going to be holding the guilt in your heart. And those stories are going to be the ones that are holding fear of the unknown. Those stories are going to be the ones that are holding regret. Those stories are going to be the ones that are holding that deep grief. So we're not going to ask the mind. I'm not going to ask your head. I'm going to go right here in your heart and ask, how did I grow through that experience? How did I grow? And what I want you to do, I want you to think about this. How did I grow? If that experience was in my life to help me to grow, to help me to evolve, to help me to become more whatever, I want you to write that in the comments, okay? And then I'm going to share with you what I learned. So, yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah. And by the way, I want you to tag people, you guys. Tag people in this video, people who you think could really benefit from this. Lisa's keeping the pain bottled up has caused me heart problems. Oh, Lee, there's hope for you. That's the thing. I'm so glad you're here. Diane says, if your loved one was angry with you before they passed, will they be there for you and listen to you in spirit? Diane, listen to your heart. You know the answer in your heart. Spirit doesn't do anger. That's what the mind does. So yes, and yes, and yes. No, they're not going to be angry with you, honey. And yes, they will be there for you. Okay, so. Oh, Terry, I love this. Okay, Terry says her experience got her closer to God. This is so cool. You guys, write down what's in your heart. How did you grow? What did you learn? Cynthia says, I started my journey of living my life, not the life my family expected me to live. Right, it's your life, Cynthia. Megan says, I've been more in tune to the struggle of others. Yes. Joanne says, losing my whole family, I'm still trying to grow without them. Beautiful. Nancy says, it helped me to become stronger. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Carol says, my only child's loss made me become spiritual and believe our soul survives death. Oh my God, I want to cry on that one. Donna Reese says, the losses I've had has helped me to help others. Beautiful. Mary has said, I've grown so much stronger through my son's passing and my faith in God has only grown. Oh, you guys are amazing. Oh, Michelle. Oh, hi, Michelle. Michelle says, I'm watching with my boys, Brennan and Owen. They are learning. Yay. Everything. You know, if this is the stuff that we could have learned in elementary school or in middle school or in high school, we wouldn't be where we are today. I think the pharmaceutical industry might have had a hit. Renee says, it helped me to notice the little wonders God gives me every day and help me to let go of negativity. Alyssa says, Sandy, I feel like I'm going through something now and really don't see how I've grown at all. It's been an ongoing thing. That's fine, Alyssa. That's fine. Like I said before, when I'm in the thick of it, when I'm in the pain of it, it's very difficult for me to see the growth. Very, very difficult. In fact, when I was in my deepest pain, if anyone had said, oh, you're going to grow through that, well, if you're going to, there's a gift in it. When you're in that deepest pain and someone says, oh, there's a gift, you'd want to spit at them. So when Sally gave that to me 25 years ago, my mind was open. My heart was open. So be with the pain. Be with it. Breathe with it. Stephen, hi Stephen, says, I've learned that within that secret place and space in my heart, running tears actually form rainbows around my soul. Stephen, you should maybe think about writing a song or two. He already has. He's awesome. You're welcome. Hi, guys. Oh, Tammy says, my past experience made me begin to actively live, not only exist. Wow. Karen says, brain surgery showed me my strength and the love and support that's always, oh my God, you guys are unbelievable. You're reading all these, right? I want to read them all, but Kenny said, Sandy, you're reading stuff that people have already written. I'm like, I know, but I want to read them all. Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness. Tosh says, Sandy, your soul, your heart is so beautiful. Your words help me. My son, he did get a message to me. He apologized and said, I always saw the light. Oh, thank you for helping us to find the light in ourselves. That is what I'm here for. I'm here to help you to find the light in you. I'm here to, people, like my clients say to me, Sandy, you help me to get closer to God. I don't even try to. It's just because that's the place that I come from. And it's not about religion. It's really about spirituality, I love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Here's the thing too, all right? Think about when you were born, you were a mushy little thing. You were a mushy little baby that had no thought. You had no belief system. And then you were taught a whole bunch of stuff. And that stuff that you were taught was imprinted on you. And so you had some ideas that you were taught about God. You had some ideas that you were taught about death. And guess what? Not all those ideas that you were taught are true. And this is why it's so important. It's so important to question everything and come inside your heart and have conversations with the God of your own understanding. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, cool. So you also, I love this. Leslie says, in November, I broke my neck while playing hockey. I felt like I was watching it happen from above. I was watching it. I survived this and I can walk. Experience has made me become a more spiritual person and made me realize the power of prayer. I know my father was my guardian angel that day. Wow. Joanne says, today's my son's birthday in heaven. It's a sad day. I miss him so much, but I know he's with me in spirit. Absolutely he is, Joanne. Not only today because it's his birthday, but every day. So here's the thing. I want to go back to an idea that we talked about because a couple of people had mentioned it when they said, I don't want to rely on God because God let me down. Sometimes there's a reason why our prayers don't get answered. When Talia was in the hospital 25 years ago, I knew I could heal her. I knew I could. I knew that if we had enough people praying for her, that I could heal her, make her better, if I just sent her enough of my positive energy. And my prayers were, God, you have to make her better. You have to make her better because I can't be okay if she's not okay. And what I realized was there was a bigger picture. There was a bigger blueprint for my life that I couldn't see in the moment. And that's what I want to offer to you. When our prayers don't get answered, it's because there's something bigger that's going on. There's gifts, there's lessons of everything. When I went through this exercise myself, I came through, here's my journal, right, you guys? Oh, sorry. All the stuff that I learned about death and loss. Most importantly, I've come to realize that love never dies, even with the physical person not being here. I've learned that I'm stronger than I thought I was. And I say this because I am you. I am you. We are one. We're all going through this together. Rumi said, we're all here just to walk each other home. So what I hope you got from today was the idea that if you ask yourself, no matter what is happening, how can I grow through this? if I knew that on some level I could grow through this, that I could become stronger. You don't even have to know how in the moment. Maybe that's your question to God. Maybe that's your question to your angels, to Spirit. Show me how I can grow through this. And if you're not at that place where you can embrace that, then breathe and be with the pain and just invite God into the pain. Just invite whatever the God is of your understanding, just invite it into that space that sometimes it feels very, very dark. And when I work with my clients and they're going through a dark place, I go, God's going to meet you right there. God will never, ever drop you. So, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, here's what I want you to know. On Thursday, hold on, let me get my notes. On Thursday, I'm going to go live again. And Thursday, we're going to be talking about what if you knew that you didn't have to figure out this life all by yourself? And we're going to talk about how to go from trying to fix and figure everything out to really being in flow. So I also want you to know, keep in mind, mark it on your calendar, June 23rd, which is Sunday. I'm also going to do a live webinar on Sunday night, because on Sunday night, I'm opening the doors to something that is far beyond anything I've ever offered, and I want you guys with me on the journey. It has to do with the word home, and it's going to be a tremendous amount of support, and we're going to go through this together, and I'm just thrilled. And the reason I'm offering it on Sunday is Sunday marks what would have been Talia's 25th birthday, and it feels very, very significant to me, because it's been an honor to serve people for 25 years, and it's changed me in a way that I never thought possible. I've gone from thinking, God, I can't do this, it's too hard, and not even wanting to be here anymore, to feeling the gratitude for the strength that comes through me. Not coming from me, it comes through me, and that's what's available for all this. It's going to be 7:30 Sunday night, Cynthia. So I want you to take a moment and take a breath and remember, you're not alone here, and you don't have to figure this out. Oh, Timmy says June 23rd is my dad's birthday. Oh, so you're welcome, Sheila. Thank you so much, you guys. Again, I'm beyond thrilled to be able to be here for you. There is so much greatness in you, and I know sometimes you can't see it, and I know sometimes you can't feel it, but it's there. I love you guys. Thursday night, 7:30. Share this, tag people, and I will see you guys Thursday night. I love you all so much. Bye-bye.